You return to the Dust District, now nearly unrecognizable under the warping magics.
Okay, the quickest... Wait, what the fuck? There's more of these things. These weren't here before.
Jin's been this way. Ugh.
Okay, good. Good. We're in his tracks.
Oh, shit. Bookstore's on fire again.
No!
After all we did for it, too. No, Colvin.
But my collection works!
It'll be okay. Another copy exists somewhere, right?
Right? It exists in my heart. Colvin says, crying a single tear.
That'll have to do, man. That'll have to do.
I can't believe you actually take the time to comfort him at a time like this. Zelvetta looks back judgmentally.
Okay, it looks like we have another group of those laser things. We need to get past them to get to Jin. All of us are in pretty bad condition. I don't
Speak
think...
for yourself. Oh God, my leg! Colvin looks back down at his leg.
Look. I don't think that we're in the shape to waste any energy fighting anything other than Jin. Is there a way we can get past these without expending anything?
Zelvetta raises a hand. It is partially wavering back and forth between human hand and something else. How much do you trust me?
Not at all.
With my life.
We'll go with Gregor's answer.
Friends of friends.
Zelvetta walks up to the edge of the lake. Okay, if we jump in here, the water is moving pretty fast, admittedly, but if we can jump in, work together, we can maybe get to... Can everybody here swim?
Yeah, we can all swim.
I can swim enough for the both of us.
Yeah, totally. How deep is that water, would you say?
I used to go diving around here. It's pretty deep.
Yeah, okay, that's great. Cool.
Whoa, wait, right, Markus.
I, fiddle with my hands for a moment and produce a rope of shadow. Hey, Colvin.
Yes?
I think that now is the perfect time for some resistance training.
Excellent. What am I resisting?
The current of the water and also my weight.
Both seem insubstantial to provide me with a challenge.
Well, maybe we can give it a shot and you can confirm that afterward.
I will also bear my own weighted opinions and resist the flow of the times. Colvin dives into the water, dragging you along. Boom! The pair vanish.
All right, so that's the way we're going, I guess. What, this will take us to some sort of lake?
No, we're just going under the bridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I dive in.
Sucks to be anyone without a spirit of water at their beck and call.
Gregor jumps in the stance of the swishy fish and nimbly swims beneath the bridge with no trouble at all.
Zelvetta looks over to Narn and actually kind of nods a bit. Yeah, actually, water spirit's awfully useful at a time like this. Nice. He kind of nods to the giant blue figure, jumping into the water and vanishing as well. The first to emerge is Colvin, of course, dragging Markus behind him. Did I win? Did I beat social entropy?
You sure did, Colvin. Oh, you nailed it. Yeah. Oh, you're just gonna belch up some water over here.
As you walk over, you notice there's fire pouring out of a nearby window.
Oh shit, it's the true purpose. I poked my head in. Hello?
Olene's behind the... Oh, hey, Ashling!
Oh my god. Come here, old honey. We gotta get you out of here.
Ash, you'd believe you hear your name called.
What? I look around.
Come on. I beckon to the guy. You're coming through the window with me.
Markus, what are you doing?
It's Olene's in here. He's a fucking dumbass.
What?
Right?
What?
Maybe you'll listen to you.
Oh God. I step through the window.
Hey there, Ashling! You want the Olene special?
Yeah, can you bring it to me? I'm gonna be outside.
Tell him to use the window.
Out and use the window just right over here.
He's already opening the door on the far side. Oh, okay then.
I step out the window and keep walking. I keep stepping back as he walks towards me.
Special technique, shadow cocoon.
Oh, jeez, Markus.
I cocoon Olene in shadow. He'll be safe here.
Can he breathe through that
Probably.
thing?
Yes, it's porous.
Okay, all right.
Or I made it porous.
All right. Does he have
Pretty
food?
sure.
He'll be fine.
All right.
He's got the Olene special.
I can also send a flare up for
No, it's fine. It's fine. I can trust you.
Hey, Olene, can you hear me? You're gonna be just fine. You just hold out in there and, one sec. I duck back in through the window, grab a fistful of mushrooms, open up a small window in the shadow cocoon and shove them in. Those will sustain you. You'll be fine. And you know what? I am going to signal the other group. This is a civilian that needs evacuation. This is exactly the sort of thing that they need to be alerted to. I point my finger to the sky and fire off a brilliant yellow sparkling flare. It arcs up into the air, reaches the peak of its flight, and explodes into a giant Markus Valafi.
Zelveta grips his eyes. Ow, my eyes! Colvin grips his eye. Ow, my eye!
Right, and we're good here.
I continue walking forward.
I follow Ashe.
Clinging to the side of the building, I peek around to make sure that there are not enemies. Okay, let's go. It looks like we're clear for the rest of the way. Everybody stay close.
Shockingly, all things considered, you work together as a unit extremely well.
That is shocking.
That sounds fake.
The chaos grows more intense as you reach the white gold gate. Raised up above the rest of the city, you can see the devastation on all sides. Great creatures of inky blackness and resplendent beasts of shining light do battle with one another. But your attention is more drawn to the battle unfolding before your eyes. Humans, the remnants of the Gold and Valor clans, fight off a great beast that you immediately recognize. On all sides, light and shadow flash, performing a dance of brilliant contrast.
Oh, fuck,
fuck,
not again.
What?
Great. It's like
Fine, we beat it one time, we'll just do it again.
But, how did we beat it last time?
here helped.
Yeah, explosions,
Yeah.
mostly.
Man. It's like our worst nightmare.
No, okay, it's fine. We have... Yeah, it kind of literally is.
I was gonna ask. Do you mean that
Yeah,
figuratively or literally? Because, yep, Zavada says striding forward.
Is that
Wait.
the same one? Are there multiple?
I don't know.
The
Just
implications
one
of this could be very bad.
I grab Gregor's shoulder. Just
Ow!
one problem? I'm sorry. One problem at a time. One problem at a time. Are you in any condition to fight?
I look down at my pole arm. Maybe.
That's gonna have to do.
It's gonna have to work. Gregor, be careful. You're in bad shape.
Why wouldn't it work?
Colvin.
It's a polearm. It does polearm things.
Gregor is particular about his... Yeah, see, that's the sigh of a connoisseur.
I think your standards are a little bit too high. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to beat this thing to death with my fists.
Okay.
You
Watch
heard
out,
that,
everybody.
man.
Everyone, just let's see what happens.
Yeah, just quick info about it. It regurgitates acid and maggots that will bore through your flesh. It
Holy
can become what you
shit!
fear
That's
most.
disgusting! I don't want to touch it.
Okay, fine, Colvin. Then you take care of the surrounding shit.
Noticing some of Jin's beasts scattered around the battlefield, I step forward. Guys, I have an idea.
Okay.
I take another step forward, go down onto one knee, place my left hand to my temple, and charge an I-beam, aiming straight for this beast right next to the Phobiast's tail.
You fire an I-beam into the unfolding chaos. The creatures of shadow seem confused, biting at the Phobiast. You notice on the Phobiast itself, individual lines of white shadow intertwine with one another. This creature is being simultaneously reincarnated and pulled out of the seal itself. There is no creature that better characterizes the tumult currently in Jinkala. It looks confused, wild. Even the Phobiast itself has an expression racked by fear. Most ironically, your I-beam tears its way into the bear blaster, as Kier calls it, undoing its great pillowy form. Suddenly, the scattered clouds bind inwards, twisting into a single point of light. With a great pop, it expands outwards in a sudden flash and explosion of light.
Good shot.
Thank you.
The reincarnating energy shifts the world around it. First of all, it hits the Phobiast's tail, striking a place where it's most weak. Like a bear through honey, the detonation severs the Phobiast's tail. It hits the ground with a loud thunk. Individual hairs twisting, turning into maggots, pill bugs, and centipedes, which go skittering away across the ground.
Holy shit, Markus! Nice call!
Don't worry, everyone. There are still bombs to be made.
The nearest most guard shrieks. However, this isn't the full effect of the bear blast. Being touched by its radiant energy, this dark spirit finds peace, its body burning away. All that hangs in the air in its place is a peaceful, cloudy wisp.
Whoa. Really good shot, Marcus.
Wait, okay, so those dark things, those are spirits. And if we can detonate those things around the dark spirits, maybe we could get them back to wisps. I mean,
We can render them harmless. It's
yeah,
Marcus,
exactly.
You shot that thing so hard it exploded another one.
And finally, the detonation of the bear blaster touches the nearby Gold Clan guard. Their wounds, likely fatal, are suddenly mended. They open and close their hands, re-gripping their polearm and diving back into the fray.
So it heals us too? Okay.
It heals us, it dissipates the dark spirits, and it damages this
explodes
thing,
the
I say,
thing?
pointing at the Phobiast.
So, okay.
I like this thing.
I don't know if it, Zelvetta points to himself, looking back and forth, and maybe that one over there, too. He points to Narn.
Yet, just don't get caught in
Oh
it.
yeah, you've got spirit
You
biz.
guys stay away from the bear blasters.
likely. What did you call them?
Bear blasters.
Blasters.
What else would you call them?
Well, not the other ones, but that one was.
I agree with Narn. That's a terrible name.
I think it's a great name. They're bears and they blast.
You know what they do.
This is why both of you suck.
Ash, they're our allies.
Marcus shrugs.
Zelvetta looks to Marcus. Is she talking to you or me?
I honestly can't tell. Oh, okay. Yeah,
okay.
You, I say, putting my hands on my hips.
Okay, but enough of that. We need to get this thing done.
Again.
Again.
I should warn you, if you have any particularly volatile fears, it would be best not to get close to this creature.
I think
Like
I'm
explosives?
desensitized.
I, for myself, will be hanging back. You don't want my worst fear.
I'm not particularly interested in knowing what Azeth fears just yet.
Oh, you
It looks like it's up to us. Inian? I glance backwards at Zelvetta. All right, look. I think you're probably the fastest one we've got here. Do you think that you can get to the other side of that thing and detonate that... I narrow my eyes. Fox? Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's a fox blaster.
A fox blaster. It doesn't sound as well.
Fair enough.
Dingo detonator.
What's a dingo?
That's a dingo. A dingo detonator.
They're lumpy.
It's a canid.
A what?
It's a type of canid.
A canid cannon!
Ooh.
I don't just...
These
okay,
are all
Zelvetta,
great
can you kill
suggestions.
it? This is not the time!
As you were talking, Zelvetta simply vanished, dashing towards the creature.
Don't get hit by the explosion. You'll get even more melted.
I sprint forward as now that Zelvetta's gone to take care of his task to help reinforce this guard right here fighting the crazed spirit. I grip the guard on the shoulder and attempt to block one of the spirit's shadowy swipes coming his way.
As you charge forward just in time to see the man's head get impaled.
Ugh!
His corpse falls over backwards immediately next to you, limp.
I attempt to follow up with a swift right to the spirit that just impaled the man. Fingers crackling with electric energy.
You feel something welling up from within you. An unfamiliar, unpleasant energy takes form around your fist. You punch with the power of the great spirit Jin.
I grimace as I punch.
The beast's head is exploded clean off. In a moment, you expect viscera. But what floats out isn't blood, nor gore, nor shadowy goop. What floats out is a peaceful, cheery little wisp.
I frown at my fist and then at the wisp and try to shoo it away from the battlefield.
It floats pleasantly around you. Meanwhile, behind the Phobiast, Zelvetta strikes, diving on the fox creature. He swings his blade up at the creature in a glorious arc. You see a flash of silver as he dashes through it, clearly quartering the canine cannon. However, Zelvetta's caught in the detonation. His tiny frame boosted forward awkwardly, the reincarnating energy interfering with his spirit folk bits. He slides forwards and slams into a rock wall.
Zelvetta, are you okay? He can still groan.
Shit.
You're right, that's a good sign.
However, his attack wasn't without results. The detonated creature bore its way into the Phobiast, taking a clear chunk out of its underside. It roars, releasing a cloud of leeches. The leeches rain down on the landscape. However, Narn strides forward, opening up the grand spirit folk wings that you saw before. Individual blasts form along their shape and are released all at the same time. Their size is minuscule. However, so are the leeches. Up above you is a beautiful blooming rose of lights of detonating bugs and gross bits.
Yeah. Holy shit, Narn! That was really cool.
I said I had your back.
I didn't think you were serious.
How vulnerable you lot are to having all of your blood sucked out.
Yeah, it's one of our greatest weaknesses. You want weak to that?
Upon seeing the effects that the blast has had on the Phobiast, Gregor painfully begins to jog at top speed.
A startling 2 kpm.
Ashe, can you please give me some juice to go? Thank you.
Yes, I can. Here, jump. I lean down, taking a knee, put my hands in a boosty motion, and wait for Gregor.
Gregor manages to make it to the hands without tripping, stepping on Ashe and letting her do the lifting.
I provide a platform for Gregor to leap off of with my hands and attempt to run a charge through the soles of his feet as he approaches.
Gregor catapults forwards like a lizard that's had all its limbs broken. With all the strength he can muster, he thrusts his blade down into the Phobiast's exposed organs. With a snap, it breaks in two, and the sharp edge is embedded in the monster.
You managed to break your polearm just in time. As you observe the oily liquid, presumably the creature's blood, leaking down your polearm, you notice as it draws towards your exposed fleshy hands, it begins to contort into needle-like shapes. Snapping the wood free and falling down with now little more than a stick, you manage to leave your weapon embedded within the beast. You impact the ground, your knees buckle, and you slam your forehead on the floor.
Seeing Gregor's weapon snap in half, I reach down and grab the glaive of the recently deceased guard and whip it towards Gregor.
Unfortunately for Gregor, he landed in the worst possible position to receive a pass, especially of a weapon. Fortunately for Ashe, that was the best damn throw she's ever done. The glaive slides perfectly along the ground between Gregor's legs and just rests against the fleshy part of his palm, wounding, miraculously, no part of him.
Put that glaive to good use!
This is a vogue, but thanks anyway!
Oh, okay.
A what? According to my dictionary, it means fashionable. You're looking great, Gregor!
Gregor's nose bleeds a little as he gets to his feet.
Markus steps forward, eldritch energy twisting between his fingertips. He ignites the roiling magical energy with a sliver of his demon soul, achieving demonic effect number 44 gamma. It's a fan favorite. Sexy demon scissor slicer!
What?
You heard me!
Is this new?
It's always new!
What is this, though?
The energy twisting between Markus's hands flows outward, forming the shape of a giant pair of scissors, which position themselves on either side of the beast's creepy wingstock. With one motion, they slice inwards, clashing against the beast's flesh.
Each blade slices into the Phobiast's wings, severing the razor blade-like scales that exist around that area. You notice blood flowing freely from the beast. It twists and shapes away into horrible shadow constructions. Wait,
Yes.
where's the sexy part?
My shirt explodes off.
Oh, there it is.
I stare on in awe and confusion.
This is my life now, Ash.
We really need to talk.
Gregor, you recognize the cloudy shape in the back, flanked on two sides by some of those bird-like creatures. It's the weird doppelganger that you confronted in the village of Iocho. This is a manifestation of Jin's spirit itself. It bends the reincarnating energy around its cloudy palm, producing two more creatures of light. They move in to support the Phobiast, while the seagull-like creatures on either side screech overhead and dive bomb you.
I put my hands over my head in the traditional formation of a man being attacked by a bird.
The one on the right flies straight ahead, attacking you, Gregor. The lefterly one arcs over the Phobiast, dive bombing Markus.
As Gregor's body shrieks in protest, he manages to leap and grab the severed arm of the Phobiast, taking shelter in its spidery net webbing. The diving seagull is ensnared, while Gregor remains mostly unsnared.
Markus ducks to one side as the bird swoops. Missing him completely, he attaches a strand of shadow to the creature and, using its own momentum against it, sends it swinging off in the direction from whence it came.
Shocked for a second, the bird flies clear over Colvin and impacts behind the creature, detonating a part of the rock wall. From your left comes a wild screeching as one of the shadow beasts charges forward. With a great weapon of contorted energy, it strikes at both you and Colvin. Colvin's clocked directly in the side of the head. The weapon, despite being immaterial, makes a large gong sound. He rolls to the side, bleeding from the temple.
Blindsided.
Distracted by the onslaught of the bird a moment ago, Markus is completely unprepared for the follow-through of the swing that hit Colvin. It impacts the upper part of his left arm, biting deep into the flesh and sending him skittering towards the Phobiast.
Markus!
Help!
Just hold still!
Help! I hold still.
The guard behind your attacker jumps on it, carrying it to the ground, surprisingly.
Hey, good
I
job.
don't know who you are, but thank you for the assist. I'll try to handle this one, he says, holding it to the ground. The bear blaster on the far left charges forward into the midst of the guards and the shadow beast. Its character changes, shifting to a light, ugly red. It quickly binds inwards, as you're ever so used to, except the character of this reincarnation is quite different. Rather than the uncontrollable reaction that Markus caused earlier, this is a very, very decided one. It detonates, putting its magic to work. First of all, the shadow creature begins to crackle with a new energy. Even though its form is still indistinct, it seems to have a presence of mind, uncharacteristic for these beasts of shadow. The two nearby guards are vaporized.
Narn! Eat it! I point at Narn and then point at the new thing.
Thought you'd never ask. Nard charges forward and dives on it.
Problem solved.
You hear something intelligible from the Phobiast. Not whole. My heart, who took? It whirls, hitting everything around it.
As the Phobiast arcs its wing around for a strike, I go against my every instinct and roll forward, closer to the beast, avoiding the strike completely.
The guard immediately to your right simply watches as the wing approaches, his death guaranteed.
I see the fingers of bone and blade swinging towards the guard, wings of spiderweb whistling through the air, and I dive at the guard, tackling him to the ground and taking the brunt of the attack.
Your back is sliced open. But the guard is safe.
Why did you just stand there?
I thought I was gonna die, thank you so much.
You were gonna die because you were just standing.
Arm relentlessly continues, slicing through Gregor's makeshift shelter.
Brilliantly, Gregor has managed to position the bird he entrapped between himself and the incoming attack. The attack digs into the bird first, causing it to detonate. The spider-like webbing, along with a good majority of the attacking claw, are torn to shreds. Gregor, you feel your wounds healing.
That feels so good.
Zelvet is hit by another wave of energy. He moans again.
Oh.
However, Gregor, you feel much better. Still enraged, the Phobiast turns, staring down at Markus, its great green eyes meeting yours.
My eyes widen in fear.
It reads the fear deep within your heart, its shape changing.
Shit.
Oh, gods!
It assumes your current greatest terror, a manifestation of shit going as wrong as it has. The great spirit Jin stands over you.
That's Jin, isn't it?
It's not the Jin! Remember like before!
I kick my feet, propelling myself backwards a little bit, and rise to a sitting position. Oh, you bastard!
You know, I've just never seen him not as a glowing blob.
Yeah, oh, right, yeah, that's what Jin looks like.
Fake Jin lets out a sudden cloud of power. Reincarnation magic approximated from your memories. What you believe reincarnation magic is flares to life all around him, creating a difficult to see through barrier. Markus, he's read your fears. You know touching that is instant death.
I scoop myself even farther back. Don't touch it! Unless it's all fake, I don't
I assure you, Narn says, grabbing globules of the creature they're currently pinning, that it is most assuredly real.
Well, shit.
Marcus, be afraid of easier things.
It doesn't work that way, Gregor.
Marcus, if you don't stop being afraid of Jin, I'm going to beat your ass!
Why just the ass? Also, I can fight this one! It's the Demon Lord! Colvin says, jumping into the reincarnation cloud.
Wait, Colvin!
He's gonna die. Oh no.
Message flares to life around him, punching away the cloud on either side. The fake Jin stares at him, suddenly awestruck. Do you have no fears? All of my fears are existential and hard to define physically. Colvin swings at the man, but is quickly repulsed by the cloud. Well, I almost got him. He kind of kicks his foot. Oh my god, there's still a hole in my foot! Narn stares over. What is he?
It's Colvin! It's fine, don't think about it! The more you think about it, the worse it's gonna be.
Those words echo through your mind. You said them in Inian's voice.
Seeing this imposter Jin standing before me, suddenly something clicks in my head. I reach into my bag, yank on the mask that Jin gave me sideways, and grapple with the reincarnating energy, attempting to rip an opening into it.
Ashe, once again, Inian's voice echoes through your head. Really? You're trying to reincarnate the reincarnation?
Shut up, Inian, I say reflexively.
What? I look around for an Indian in disguise.
You managed to create a perfect lattice work of trees on either side, pushing the cloud away and allowing you passage to Jin. It's frankly kind of beautiful.
The excess smoke explodes into flower petals. I give a nod to Markus.
Rising up from my crouch, I'm going to scamper over in this direction to stand next to Ashe. I attempt to conjure an Eldritch Blast in both hands, but my right arm just isn't working properly. Conjuring up a single one in my left arm, I attempt to throw it directly at the Jin Spectre's head.
You managed to connect with Jin's third eye, a perfect target created by his face paint. His head whips backwards, the force of it breaking his neck.
Whoa! Face contorted by exertion as I struggle to hold open the gateway, I glance back at Markus. We've all got to face our fears here, Markus. One way or another.
You're right. I grit my teeth.
As if responding to that, Jin's body jerks suddenly. It lurches forward, head snapping up into the proper position. His great empty eyes staring down at you, Ashe. Reincarnation energy flares to life on either side. The two guards to either side of you are reshaped into grotesque Ban warriors. A gross approximation of humanity. Then, Jin stares down at you, Ashe, reading your deepest fears. Ashe, what stands before you now is something that you recognize, that you could, well, not recognize. In the pit of your stomach, you know that that's you. Completely emptied, hollowed out, and replaced with Jin's bullshit. The reincarnation magic moves to its whim.
One of my knees falters as I see this standing before me, and I take instinctively a step back.
Seeing this vision of Ashe, I remember our previous encounter with the Phobiast, when it also turned into Ashe briefly. I place a hand on my companion's shoulder as she starts to take a step backward, and say, conviction in my voice, Ashling, that's not you.
You're right, Markus, and besides, this is just an old trick, a weak imposter. I
That's the
leer,
spirit.
I glare at the thing in front of me.
Suddenly, a call rings throughout the gate. That's right! The party that I locked up in my scare mansion wouldn't be defeated by such easy frights! From behind you, somehow projecting his voice ahead of the teleport, a gate opens, allowing Vern and a few familiar cultists access to the material plane once more.
I turn, joy plastered across my face. Vern! You're alive! Not dead. You're not dead.
I'm a little more dead than I was before. I am now a semi-lich.
Who's this guy?
Do you really not remember Vern, Ashe? Rude.
No!
Really?
No!
Sicked the golems on us?
That was him!
That was him!
Marcus is clearly overjoyed.
So you're a semi-lich now. What ratio are we talking?
Yes, just the legs currently. I'm hoping to become a full lich within the year, and then a demi-lich somewhere afterwards. But anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you'll make that timeline. You've got this.
Anyway, cronies, get to it! The cultists run around carrying tubs of something.
What you got there, Vern?
Oh, it's a surprise. You're going to love it.
Ooh. I turn around.
Max steps from behind Vern. I don't know if they're going to love it per se, but we assumed it could help in this situation.
Well, I love surprises, so,
They dump tubs full of a white, sandy substance that you'd recognize anywhere.
Oh, good.
Wait a minute!
Good! Great!
Yes, these Honorians tend to fight with honor, morality, and ideals. So I thought, why not fight them with the power of ideas? Vern says, tapping the side of his head. On all sides, the wizard drugs around you begin to coagulate, assuming shapes.
Boy, oh boy. I rub my hands together.
Currently, all that's in your mind while fighting the Phobiast is, of course, your greatest fears. They materialize around you.
Why did you think this is a good idea? Are you really that scared of me?
No, I'm scared of this. Gregor takes his weapon and throws it, piercing the faux Ashe and driving the blade straight into the twisted band in front of the real Ashe.
All right, we have talking to do too.
No, damn it! Jin, fuck you, help us fight!
No, fuck you, Marcus. I'm incredibly handsome.
You are incredibly handsome, as am I. I propose a truce.
I agree to that truce. He holds out his hand. Are you going to blow me up this time, you fuck?
Not this time, you smug asshole.
They shake hands. You effectively conquer your fear. As you stand flanked on either side by manifestations of your own emptiness.
I sweat.
Wait, Inian, what are you doing here? Your book sucks. What? It's awful. I don't think this will ever pass the publishing house. Okay. What?
No, Colvin! Colvin, it's wizard drugs. It manifests your brain thing.
Oh. Yeah, I was thinking about running my new book past my editor. He stares
Is
at
Inian
Inian.
your editor?
Yeah.
I can't believe she let your books out into the light of day.
It's awful. As usual, she holds up a manuscript, and I'll be taking that. Business as usual.
Wait, did he just get a manuscript of his future book from an apparition of his greatest fear?
Marcus begins to sweat. This is a high-level wizard writing technique, yes! Oh, man. Yeah, this is some good stuff in here, Colvin says, flipping through the partially manifested book. He tucks it in his back pocket.
That probably means it's bad.
Anyway, you want to help me out? No, Colvin, no. Of course I don't want to help you out. Guys, mine's worthless.
Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty on par for Inian.
Okay, fine, jeez. Okay, seriously. Okay, sure, fine, I'll help.
I knew that'd work.
The drugs in front of you immediately recontort into a new Ashe, Gregor.
Not wasting an instant, Gregor grabs the new Ashe and swings her like a bludgeoning device. The limp body of the illusory Ashe slaps into the bear blaster beside him.
It contorts inwards and detonates, healing you up a little bit more.
I glance back at Marcus.
I've seen some fucked up shit from wizard drugs in my day, but that's the most fucked. Why don't you clean that up? The cultist begins to broom it away from in front of Gregor. You have some fucking issues, man.
We've all got issues, man.
It's fears.
all
It's
got
supposed to be
issues.
messed up.
I don't know, those two are getting along swell. He points at Colvin and Inian.
Maybe that's his fear.
Nope, that's too esoteric even for me.
Marcus gives the fingers of his good hand a stretch and summons up another eldritch blast, shaking it in his hand like a pair of dice. He holds it out to Jin. Would you be so kind? Jin blows into the mixture of chaotic eldritch energy, sending out a strand of white light that swirls into a chaotic halo around the eldritch blast. I take a step forward, leap clean over this body, and plant the eldritch blast into the Phobiast's face. Here we go! Blast of creation and destruction!
Oh, I should have named mine.
I plant it into the creature's face.
Devastating energy wreathed with reincarnation burrows its way into the great wood-masked creature, forcing it backwards. It's using its own power to resist. This manifestation of Ashe is incredibly strong. Ashe's fears seem very deeply rooted. She exchanges a look with her own doppelganger.
In that glance with my wizard drugs conjured doppelganger, there's a moment of recognition. We both turn to the one grotesque ban and deck it on each side of its face, cracking the mask and popping it. Through bone and viscera, our fists connect. An arc of green jumps between them. I lurch forward with inhuman speed, and suddenly there's a crack as the hand of moss and stone bores its way into existence, outstretched, grabbing the doppel-me, the phobiest, in its grip. I wrench it closer, staring it straight in the eyes. You're nothing but an imposter, just a fear. I've dealt with you already. I'm going to use you as kindling, I say, and rip it back into where the hand of moss and stone came from. I let out a shuddering breath.
Where'd it go?
I let out a shuddering breath as sparking butterflies flutter away. I turn back to Markus. We've all got to conquer our fears one way or another.
Yeah, clearly. Where'd it go?
I shrug.
Exactly. Okay.
And in the middle of all of that, one of the seagull-like creatures bombards in the middle of all of you detonating.
Ah!
In a single devastating blast, everyone is thrown backwards.
Jin catches me, it's okay.
You're caught gloriously in Jin's arms. Ashe,
thank you.
in the split second that you had, your other doppelganger managed to place itself between you and it. It exchanges with you a furtive glance as it's annihilated by the blast.
I don't know what to think of that.
Gregor, much the same, except instead of a nightmare duplicate, there's simply a cultist there to shove you out of the way.
Randy?
Ashe, you feel something in your chest begin to bubble. The wisp that you just so recently absorbed rests within you uneasily. There's something wrong with it. It's not complete. You heard that call earlier. This is a wisp that's only partially constructed. It begins to wriggle uncontrollably, trying to find its incomplete half. It intertwines itself with your essence, trying to complete itself using you.
I grip at my chest. I grip at my chest and shut my eyes tight.
You feel the wisp igniting every other part within you. It's bringing to life something greater. Like a chain reaction, all of the power hidden within you is coming alive. This will consume you in a moment unless you find a way out.
I clutch at my chest. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea.
Oh god, Ashe, is it inside you right now?
I think so?
Okay, that was incredibly cool, and you successfully ended the fight, but this is going to kill you.
Yeah. I don't really know what to do here, Markus.
I think I have an idea. Ashe, I know this might sound ridiculous, but you need to trust me.
I'll trust you.
And this is going to involve iconoclasm. I'm going to try and excise any hostile bits of this spirit inside you.
For a moment I waver, but...
Please.
Okay, do it.
I take a deep breath and flare my demon soul. My ruined right arm starts to grow hazy and indistinct, shadowy. I reach it out and slowly place it on Ashe's stomach.
Wow, that's super uncomfortable.
My eyes smolder as my power runs unchecked, tendrils of shadow playing across my flesh, binding themselves there.
Markus, might not be the best time to mention this, but make sure you get the right spirit.
I look down reassuringly. Don't worry, Ashe, one of these is very clearly a new tenant.
And I was serious when I said we have to talk.
Don't worry, I know.
You sense the Phobiast, partially digested, so to speak. Bits of it are agitating Ashe's system. Most of what this creature was has been absorbed by the greater spirit within. However, you can sense the dangerous parts. Marcus, are you going to attempt to obliterate those with your magic scalpel?
That's exactly what I'm going to try to do. What I'm going to do is thrust my arm forward and grab at the volatile bits of this creature, snatching it and enclosing it within my fist. I start to sweat noticeably. I reach out my other arm, snap my fingers, and summon a freshly exercised imp. Picking it up,
that for?
It's just to get rid of the sweat. I pat it along my brow. It swells noticeably.
I glance at Marcus's considerably damper brow.
I place the imp down. It chatters amiably. I unleash a blast of iconoclastic energy, shearing bits from the spirit within, evaporating them completely.
Oh, God.
And in one swift motion, I withdraw my hand.
Wow. Okay. I double over in pain.
The light from my eyes instantly diminishes, and my arm droops, once again useless.
Okay.
Okay, how's that feel?
Better, but still awful. New
Ash.
awful, better awful.
Okay, that'll have to do.
There's weird magic stuff going on with you. Can I help?
Gregor, you're helping already. Thanks.
Uh,
All right, you two. Look, long story short, Zeke's not the only half-spirit around here. I'm not half-spirit by bloodline, but let's just say I qualify.
are you a bowel ripper too?
In a sense.
The next stabber.
Despite the heinous situation, I smile at Gregor's realization.
Hey, Ash, I don't want to burst your bubble here, but, honestly, I've kind of suspected for a little while.
Yeah, you're not that dumb.
It's not that dumb.
I know. I'm just sorry that I didn't mention it before. Inian knows. She knew first. Maybe Thog. Well, let me rephrase that. I told Inian first. I want to have a better conversation about this when the city's not exploding.
There'll be time when this is all over.
I struggle back to my feet.
It's gonna have to be a long conversation because this has been weird all around.
Yeah, I
And
glance
how?
at Marcus's hand. Yeah, it has, Marcus.
Yeah, I have some things of my own to talk about, but, that's neither here nor there.
What about you, Gregor?
I'll think of something.
All right, you two. Just here. I grab both of them and initiate a hug.
Aw, we all embrace.
Oh, Gregor, you're damp with blood. I break the hug. All right, you two. Let's go kick Jin's ass.
I look around at the various allies and illusions. Get in here, guys.
I'm still fighting these things, Colvin yells.
Colvin, hurry up.